morning everyone, and welcome to today's assembly. Now I'm going to begin today by telling you a story about a little girl called Eleanor who was looking forward to going to her gymnastics class. So here we go. Eleanor was peering through the kitchen window, feeling miserable. She'd been looking forward to her gymnastics class all day. Her mum had promised that they could set off early and have a picnic in the park on the way. Eleanor loved the new park with its shiny swings and slides, but now it had started to pour with rain and she didn't really feel like getting cold and wet. "Are you ready, Eleanor?" Mum shouted, making Eleanor jump. "No," she shouted back grumpily. She really didn't want to go out anymore. "Eleanor, it's time to go," shouted Mum back, sounding frustrated. "Let's put your wellies on and get going." "Do I have to?" grumbled Eleanor. "It's raining out there. I don't like the rain. I'd rather stay at home. And I don't want to get wet. And we can't have a picnic and I can't play in the park. It's not fair." "Come on now," said Mum. "We've got an umbrella you can use, and then once you get to your gym class, I'm sure you'll enjoy it." So Eleanor did what her mum asked. She put on her coat and her wellies and got her umbrella ready. When she went outside, she shivered. She felt sad. She'd looked forward to something all day, and now it felt to her like everything had gone wrong. Mum took hold of her hand and they set off. Somehow it felt better when they were walking. When Mum suggested that they jumped in the puddles, Eleanor forgot to be sad, but instead she just laughed and laughed. Her feet were warm inside her wellies and she felt safe and happy holding her mum's hand. She did get a little bit wet, but it was much better than she thought it was going to be. And when Eleanor arrived at her gymnastics class, she had a big smile on her face. "Well done," whispered Mum, smiling too. "Walking through the rain wasn't so bad after all, was it?" Now this story's written to teach us an important lesson. I wonder if you can work out what that lesson could be. There's a saying that you may have heard of or you may not, and it's April showers bring May flowers. I'll say that again. So April showers bring May flowers. Now often April is the month known to be where there's lots and lots of showers. We're doing really well this year. Our April this year is a bit unusual, isn't it? Because we're having glorious, glorious sunshine, which is good. But usually April showers are what are found in April. And following on from April is May, and that's often when things start to get really sunny and lots of the summer flowers begin to appear. But the April rain is what brings us those beautiful flowers later on in May. The beauty of the flowers follows the rain, hence the saying, April showers bring May flowers. Now sometimes we find ourselves going through a bit of difficulty, especially at the moment. Things are really different, aren't they? And you may miss going to the park, seeing your friends, seeing your family, going to grandma's, all of those things that we take for granted normally, you may be missing. And they can feel like dark, rainy, gloomy times. But in these times it's really important to hold on to the people whom we can trust and to think about how we can help ourselves get through those rainy days. Eleanor, the girl in our story, didn't want to go out in the rain, did she? But to get to gymnastics, which she did enjoy, she had to go through it. And as at the moment we're going through hard times, we can be sure that happiness will come again at the end. In our story, having an umbrella, wearing wellies, wearing a coat, and having her mum helped Eleanor through the rain. And she was even happy at some points during the rain. In the same way, we have people and things that can help us get through our hard times. Now, I'm going to show you a little video clip now, and as you watch it, I want you to think about what the clips may have in common. I wonder if you found the common link then. All of those vehicles that you just saw were overloaded, weren't they? They were so heavily overloaded they wouldn't be classed safe to drive. Every vehicle shown, whether it was a bicycle, a train or a large lorry, had so much baggage on board that it would have been under great pressure, and the vehicle's ability to continue to operate smoothly and safely would have been compromised. It wasn't just the size of the load that was the problem in the video, was it? Having a vehicle that was not the correct size for the load it was carrying was also an issue. So I want you to consider for a moment, if you were moving house, some of you may have done that, what vehicle would you use? I'm pretty sure that none of you would choose a bike, would you? You wouldn't put it all on the back of your bike. But today, I want you to just think about a different type of load, our mental load, what's going on in our heads, rather than necessarily a physical load. Like the vehicles in the video, a heavy load is not necessarily an issue if we have plenty of resources to manage it. But if you haven't got the resources and you don't look after yourself, sometimes you can end up feeling a little bit anxious or a little bit stressed when you can't go to the park, or you can't go for another walk, or you can't see your friends. And sometimes we can feel under pressure, can't we? It's really important, more than ever then, to remember our 7 steps to well-being. So I'm just going to read through for you now the smilers that we did a lot of work on before we finished coming to school. So see if you can remember for a minute, what do those letters in smilers stand for. So here we go, our 7 steps to well-being. S, socialise, get together with others. Now it's difficult for you to get together physically with other people, but there are lots and lots of ways that you can still keep in touch with your friends. Messages, writing letters, FaceTime, Zoom, I'm sure you're all on them. M for move, be active. Try and do a little bit of PE or physical exercise every day. Maybe on your trampoline, on your swing, running around the garden, football challenges, any sorts of things that keep you active. I, have a hobby, take an interest. Have an interest, so keep learning, keep practicing. Maybe if you're a musician, do something creative. L is for look, take notice of the world around you. Maybe start looking in your garden and when you're on your daily walks for those flowers that are hopefully going to come next month. Some of them have already started coming. E is for eat well, make sure you eat a balanced diet. A mixture of all the different food groups that we've talked about before. R is for rest. Make sure you're not on your iPad all night, up really, really late. So make sure you get proper sleep and relax properly. And S is for support. So make sure you ask for support, but actually you can support others as well if they need it. So there are 7 steps to well-being. Now, I've asked a few children to send me in a clip showing how they are keeping mentally healthy and how they're looking after their well-being. So thank you to all those children who have responded and sent in their clips for us to watch. And I wanted to show them you today in our assembly to kickstart you, making sure that you make sure you keep mentally healthy and you try some of these things as well. So here are the children with their clips, and let's see what they've been up to.
Hi everyone, hope you've all been keeping well. I've been learning some new skills like how to drive. Bye! While we're in isolation, me and my mum have decided to learn a new skill. We are learning to do yoga using an online fitness app. This helps to promote mindfulness and to keep us active. To keep mentally healthy, I walk my dog daily, play on my trampoline and FaceTime my friends and family. I'm making some croissants. Hello everybody, today I baked a cake and now I've picked some objects around the house to look at them under my microscope. And you know it's really, really fun. notes on the piano. Martial arts makes me happy. Text the NHS. Keep smiling. Hi, I've been doing trampolining, Joe Wicks and FaceTiming all my friends almost every single day of the week to keep my well-being high and me happy. We've been playing in the garden. Hello everyone, although I broke my wrist, I'm staying active in my back garden and going on daily walks. Stay safe. Hi everybody, and I love playing pool. And I love playing cricket.
String ball has been keeping my muscles fit.
I'm bouncing on the trampoline to keep me healthy.
I enjoy playing with Marcy cats and making them jump like this.
Hello everyone at Haslucks. I am staying active while being on my trampoline. Stay safe.
Hi! Every day I'm riding my bike, running, playing badminton and playing in the garden to keep myself active. But I miss my school.
Miss Karen has been teaching me to knit. Look what I've done so far. We managed to convince Mr. Nudie that that's 2 meters.
Do you want any more wool yet?
No. I've been keeping my mind healthy in lots of different ways. Learning new things, chatting to friends, reading.
Thank you to all of those children who took part. I'm sure they've brought a big smile to your faces like they did to mine. And Kingsley, I hope your mum didn't find out. That's all I can say. You cheeky thing. So, a challenge for the rest of you. Let's really follow our steps, our Smiler steps, and keep healthy, our minds and our bodies as well. Now, if you'd like to, join with me as I pray. Dear God, thank you that when we experience the hard times, there are people there who want to help us. Thank you that you're there with us too. Thank you that we know the hard times will end and we'll experience joy and laughter again. Please help the people who feel sad at the moment. Help us always to be looking for ways we can help others. And help us find the time this week to look after our own mental health and well-being by following our Smilers. Amen. So there's a challenge for you then. Look after your mental health and well-being this week. If you've got a picture or a little clip that you want to put on Twitter telling us how you've looked after your mental health and well-being, that would be great and we'd love to see them. Take care, stay safe and see you soon.